you're both crossing your legs.
Oh, I didn't know you were wide that far down.
Like you guys are mirror images of each other.
Look at your.
I like crossing my legs.
Yeah, someone give it up. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Hey, I'm Prager, and welcome to App Judgment, your source for the latest and best news on all things mobile applications. Today, we got a great exclusive interview with my longtime friend Kevin Rose, all about his new company Milk, but more importantly, his first app out of that company called Oink, which is launching right now. This episode of App Judgment is brought to you by the 2012 Ford Fiesta. All right, so let's start a little bit with a little bit of a background on Milk again. So it's kind of like an incubator for apps, except a little different than your general incubator. So give us a little refresh on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small team. We got a total of 7 employees, and we got together in a little warehousey type space in the Mission District of San Francisco. And the idea is to go out and build 2, maybe 3 apps per year, and try things out, try big ideas out and see what sticks.
So you guys are about to launch your first app publicly, which is Oink. Tell us about the process of putting it together. What was how did you conceive of the idea, and then how did you start? How did you work with your team on who's doing what and how it all came together?
Yeah, I kind of wish it's one of these ideas where it's seen a lot of different iteration over the course of the last 4 or 5 months. So we started off with the general idea that people want to be able to rank items, so not just places. I mean, everyone's done places for so long. Take a look at like Yelp and Google Places and you name it. It's very easy to find a place that has 4 out of 5 stars or 5 out of 5 stars, but it doesn't get at the meat of what the best things are inside of those places. Oftentimes you have to read 2 and 3 page reviews on Yelp to actually find out that the burger is the best thing there, right? And so we wanted to create some structured data around that, so we could have like a list of items and you can go in and say, yes, I absolutely love this burger, give it a quick one press to rate something, and just make that process really easy and lightweight. And it wasn't fully planned out from the beginning. We started with some just general concepts. We went and prototyped a few things, got a few things wrong. We had to scrap a bunch of functionality, try something new. I mean, so it's not like it's this clearly well-defined project on day one.
Before we take a look at like the app itself and get kind of a demo of the functionality of it, so you guys have always said that you want to come up with ideas, create applications, put them out there, see how they stick to the public, how the public responds to it. So what defines enough success on an app where you're going to hire more people to support the back end of it and support the growth of the app? And then what also defines when you guys decide, you know what, this isn't popular, people don't like it, let's cut it completely and move on to something else?
Yeah, well, I think that there's a lot of examples of applications out there that have taken months, if not years, to actually gain some traction and really take off. If you take a look at, even Twitter, it was like probably a year plus before it actually started to really take off. Tumblr was probably 3 years, So for us, we just want to make sure that there's consistent month-over-month growth as far as usage, unique users on the platform, that consumers are coming in and using the application and actually getting some value out of it, and that we can actually validate the space. Like, do people care enough about what's inside of places to want to go out and rank and use that data to find the best stuff? And if our feedback and our stats are pointing the direction is yes, then we'll continue to iterate on it and keep building. That doesn't mean we won't go and start building something else. But if we start to see it really start to take off, then we'll probably double down on that and develop, put some more resources towards it. But we might build another application while we let that app continue to grow. That said, 6 months from now, if we're looking at the app and we're like, hey, it's not really working out, no one's using it anymore, we're losing our uniques, like we'll decide to shut it down and move on to something else.
Cool. Well, with your existing user base right now, your existing beta user base, let's take a look at the app and some of the functionality and features of it.
Cool.
Our friends at Ford have loaned us a 2012 Fiesta to drive around for the fall, and we've been having a ball with it so far. The Sync app link in the new Fiesta has something for all you BlackBerry tweeters. The OpenBeak Twitter app is integrated to allow you to listen to inbound tweets over your car's stereo and stay updated while keeping your eyes on the road. We're really excited to be working with Ford and sponsored by them this week. Thanks again to the 2012 Ford Fiesta.
All right, so as a new user, you just downloaded and installed the app.
Right.
You've got your username and that's it. What are the next steps that you want to try and do first?
Well, the first thing you're going to see is the following tab, and most likely you found someone to follow. We have a handful of suggested users there. And you'll see all the stuff that they're rating. So as I'm scrolling through this, you see, people are rating beers, or rating, things that they're enjoying. And if you click on any one of these things, you'll see the details about that item. which of your friends have rated it, and you'll have the ability to rate that item yourself. Go in here and you can rate it one of 4 different ways. So you can say you heart it, you give it a thumbs up, you're kind of about it, or you don't like it at all. And then you'll see that this item here in particular, this is the Fat Tire, it's ranked number 5 in beer, and it's ranked number 1 at the creamery. So the creamery is a place, right? So inside of that place, this is the number 1 item. But if you compare this item against all other beers globally, so outside of the creamery, but just in San Francisco, there's 121 beers in San Francisco, and that one is ranked number 5.
Okay.
So if we go in here, you can see the first beer is Breckles Brown at Shotwell's, which is a few feet away. So what this allows me to do is it shows me like the best things around me. So I can say, okay, I'm in the mood for a cappuccino, or I'm in the mood for, I want to go running on a running trail, or whatever it may be, and I can find the number 1 ranked thing, or whatever the best things are that are closest to me.
And you can narrow down the criteria to by 5 miles, 3 miles, 1 mile,
right,
or how?
Exactly. So if I go into the Discover tab here, you'll see here are some of the popular tags that we're showing by default, but you can type in any one that you want. So let's just say I'm looking for a burger right now. I can hit on burger. These are the top burgers within 5 miles. I can put that on a map. It'll show me all the burgers within 5 miles, and you can see exactly where I am. And then I can change that distance to 1 mile, 25 miles, 100 miles, or just globally. So right now, the number 1 burger within 5 miles of us is a place called Bar Jules, which actually is my favorite burger, and it's 1.33 miles away. And then one other thing that we have is we have cred. So as you start ranking and rating things, you'll start to gain reputation. And so like right now, if you take a look at my cred, I'm a level 3 in cocktail, I'm a level 2 in healthy, should probably be higher
And this
than
is
that.
just based on how many items within that tag you happen to have ranked.
Right, exactly. So the highest tag, or the highest level I am is level 4 in sushi. And if you click on that level, you can see all the different things, all the different sushi that I've ranked over time, and you can see what level I am. So I'm currently 4, about to try and hit 5.
And so you can create any tag you want.
Right.
And as you are typing in a tag, it will start to auto-populate and tell you, oh, there's already a beer tag, or there's already a beverages tab, or a running trail tag.
Right, exactly. So like if you're adding a new item, let's say you click on Oink, which is the main way you add items. So for example, here's Shotwell's, which is a bar close by. I can hit on Shotwell's, shows me all the items in there, the most popular stuff. If I don't see something on there, I just click add a new item, and then it comes up to give the item title and a tag for that item. And like you said, if those Shotwell's has a lot of different types of drinks there, if I'm starting to type in beer and I type in BE, it'll show me that, let's see here, BE, there's 121 other beers, and if I hit that, it'll just place in that beer tag.
So like in Foursquare, there's a to-do list, right? So I can see something that a friend has done, and I can say I want to do that. Tell me a little bit about, there's a new feature I think I remember seeing you demo or mention it at the Web 2.0 conference, which is if I have an item on my to-do list and I happen to walk by the place that has the offering of that item, it'll buzz me and remind me?
Yeah, so this is something that we're working on right now. It'll come out in probably our 1.1 release. But the idea is that you see so many things in your feed that look awesome, because you'll be sitting there and you'll have a handful of friends on there, or you might not even know them. Say you're like following Ashton Kutcher or something, and you see that he just liked an amazing whiskey that sounds awesome. You can just hit to do, it'll add that and save it in that section of your profile. But at the same time, it's putting a little geofence around that area. And so when you walk by that place, it'll say, hey, reminder, you've added this as a to-do, you might want to check it out. And so we're learning a lot about you as you're starting to like different things. So we know, like, based on the cred that you saw earlier, I'm a level 4 in sushi, level 3 in cocktail. So we want to use this in a bunch of different ways. When let's say I fly to Chicago tomorrow and I'm walking by a really awesome cocktail lounge that has a certain type of cocktail, like a Manhattan, that I've liked so many times before, there's no reason why my phone shouldn't buzz and say, hey, by the way, the number 3 ranked Manhattan is just 2 blocks away. Go walk over there and check it out.
So when's the app available to the general public?
So you can download the app now. Just type in Oink and you'll see it there. The first app is called Oink Builder. And then you can go in and reserve your spot in line, because it's invite only right now, but we're slowly letting people in every single day, because we just want to test the waters and make sure we slow the control before the flood hits the app and our servers. But yeah, sign up now.
Cool. Well, good luck. It was great meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.